games for the men. And then also Eric Scott.
I don't know if this is a YouTube.
All right, welcome everybody. Sorry about that delay. We had some production issues. Yeah, it looks like we're good now. Welcome Mlb Dfs pre-lock live for Tuesday night. We got a big ass slate tonight, 14 games. So a lot to go through, but a lot of it's pretty cut and dry now that we're in July, so it won't take too long. But your phillieschoice.com, we got some specials that will be coming out really soon, with college football season starting soon and NFL. So any of you guys that are new, just sit tight, and you're gonna see a lot of content from especially small sports. But right now we got a lot going on. MLB tonight, plus we have Olympic basketball, 9 p.m. men's 4 games. We crushed last night. Walter with our small sports stuff crushed the women's. He has content out right now for the men's, so check that out. Golf for 6:30 a.m. tomorrow, Olympic golf. Wes has got content out for that, I see. Then we have, especially, we got esports going on. Eric's got a lot of stuff for tomorrow morning's Valorant. So Valorant starts, I think he said at 8 a.m. tomorrow Eastern. He's got a good article that's going to be coming out any minute now. It's filled with all kinds of stats, spreadsheets. Stats are pretty much key to Valorant, I guess. So if you're an esports player or want to try it, check it out. He seems to be winning there on a pretty regular basis. What else? It's pretty much it, I guess, for this week. CFL starts next week, Canadian football. Me and Walter are going to have a live stream next week, next Wednesday night, I believe, on that, to kind of give a preview because the season starts next Thursday. We've always crushed here at CFL. We didn't have it last year, but the year before, when we were at Daily Fantasy Solutions, and the year before that, we always cash and made money there. So something different. That's our thing here is niche sports, small sports, as well as big sports, like MLB, college football, and NFL coming up. So that's what we got going on. So there's gonna be some specials coming out for new subscribers. So you guys kind of hang in there. It's gonna come out any day now. And I guess that's it. But youphillieschoice.com. MLB tonight. So first of all, let's hit weather. There is some weather issues, and it's of course that's going to be the most important game of the night for offense. So one of them is we do have weather in the Toronto Red Sox game in Fenway. So let me see what the latest is. The latest I'm seeing from Kevin Roth, Rotor Grinders weather guy. He's increasingly worried Boston's going to do one of those late start, wait for the rain moves. He thinks they're going to start dry, get some innings before delay, eventually finish. But he's saying a late start is going to get him concerned. So if that make any sense to you. So if you're planning on pitching Robbie Ray, I definitely would not be pitching him in cash. I'm even going to probably be concerned about playing some of these guys in my cash games, even the bats. It's looking like for the Mets, the rain upstate in New York should fade and hold north of Citi Field. So there's a low chance of delay there. So pretty much all we're worried about right now is the Boston-Toronto game. That's a big one for offense. Yeah, that's it. So Vegas, the latest I've seen, we have two teams over 6 implied runs. One of them is Toronto in that Fenway game, and the other one is the Cubs at 6. So Wrigley's got some win tonight. It's not like, I don't know, it's not like a crazy win game in Wrigley. I think it's like 10 miles an hour, going to right center. So which is good for lefty bats and guys like Anthony Rizzo, Joey Votto, who's hot. So you're going to start seeing some definitely elevated ownership on Cubs. You're going to see a lot of Cub stacks out there, and even the Reds with some one-offs, especially the Cubs, because the Reds got Vladimir Gutierrez pitching tonight, and Gutierrez has been a straight-up gas can this year for the Reds, especially against lefties. He can't pitch the lefties, so you want a lot of these Cubs lefty power guys. Anybody else looking high runs for Vegas? You got anybody? Then you get the Phillies at 5.5. So nobody between 5.5 and 6, and then below that you got the Twins 5.3, Cardinals 5.2, Red Sox 5.2, and White Sox 5.2. Then anybody else is below that. Lowest implies the Yankees at 3.5. That's interesting. And then the Mariners 3.6, A's 3.8. One note though, Aaron Judge's return tonight from COVID, and he's pretty cheap at 4.4 on DK. So maybe something to look at there. I hate playing guys in the first game is back, but especially Yankees playing the Trop, it's pitcher's part. But Aaron Judge can hit one out of anywhere. So, all right, so it's Vegas. Pitching tonight. Our cheat sheet has been updated. The Fielder's Choice cheat sheet. So anybody that's premium members, check it out. Cheat sheet's been real well. It's done us good so far this year. Looking at that, it's been updated like 10 minutes ago. And it's pretty much what I thought I was going to see. Kenta Maeda right now is pretty much going to be the highest owned on DK. We're looking at 35% ownership on DK. And Maeda is going to be my SP1 for DK. And I also consider him your top pitcher on FanDuel. He's only 8.3 on FanDuel. So going around it, I think Maeda is your stud tonight. I think he's safe. He did struggle this year, first couple months. He did have some injury issues though, but now he's kind of like back to the old Maeda in July. Let me see. Since July 1st, he's got a 1.68 FIP and 23 innings of work. Opponents only batting 218 WOBA against him that span, which is pretty damn good. And he's also racking up the strikeouts, 36% strikeout rate in July. So that's elite. And especially when he's going up against the Tigers tonight, who had the league's second highest strikeout rate at 26%. Tigers are hitting better than they were most of the season, but still, Maeda is your top dog tonight. I would say on DK and FanDuel. Projection-wise, ownership, two guys that are close together for your number two, Lance McCullers and Charlie Morton. Morton, I was a little bit worried about though because of the weather, but I am a Morton guy, but right now I'm leaning toward McCullers as my SP2. I just think McCullers been pitching much better. He's a 148 road favorite against the Mariners. Seattle is third to last in team offense, 296 WOBA. They strike out a league high 27% as well. McCullers is a strikeout pitcher. So this is almost a near perfect matchup for McCullers. He's got serious swing and miss stuff, especially when he's dialed in, and he's been dialed in. He's striking out right now almost 11 batters per 9. His biggest problem is control and walks. He's probably averaged, I think, like 4.5 per 9. So that is what kind of keeps McCullers from really going deep into games. But I think the matchup here with Seattle is just too good. So McCullers and Maeda are my top two pitchers tonight for cash. Morton's up there. I mean, I always like Morton. He does have K upside. I mean, a lot of people don't realize his K upside, but I mean, his strikeout rate is near 29%. Good spot though, but I just like McCullers and Maeda much more. Another pitcher, you're gonna think I'm crazy though, and I'm not saying to use this in cash, but I'm really interested in Brad Keller tonight for Kansas City. I was looking over a lot of his stuff today, and you've seen that all of a sudden there has been a huge change up in his pitch mix, and all of a sudden he's using his slider more. And you've seen before July, he threw the slider only like 30%. Now he's throwing over 50%. And his last 3 starts, He's probably his 3 best outings of the year: 19.5 DK, 20.2 DK, and 28.5 DK. So I mean, he's cheap. I just think, I mean, I'm not saying, once again, I'm not saying use him in cash, but if you want a cheap pitcher to go today, going up against the White Sox, why not use Brad Keller at 5'9"? In the last 30 days, I see he's ranked top 5 in ground ball rate, which is huge, especially against a team like the White Sox. So they're swinging and missing, plus they're only hitting on the ground. All kinds of weak contact I'm seeing. So as long as he's using that slider on both sides of the plate, I think he's in good shape. The White Sox have a high implied run total, but I think that it's going to keep people off Keller, and I really think he's going to be a decent GPP option, kind of high upside GPP option. You can also get beat up too, and you can leave in the first inning, so that's why you GPP only. But don't sleep on Brad Keller tonight. That's kind of like my sneaky play. Who else? Anybody else? Julio Reyes is in play, I guess, for the Dodgers. Going up against the Giants, though, I mean, it's a tough matchup, but he's actually been pitching much better as season going on. Right now, he's got a 5-to-1 K to walk ratio, which is pretty much elite, 3.63 xFIP. So for GVPs, don't sleep on Julio Reyes. Throw him out there too if you want to. And then one last play, and I'm gonna kind of give this to one of our members, Scott Green, who's been on this guy all day today, Jordan Montgomery. He's been trying to talk to me all day. I'm a Yankee guy. I will never play Jordan Montgomery in cash, but he does have some valid points. And the more I'm looking at Montgomery, he's probably a decent season. 3.5 FIP, cost 19 starts, 1 strikeout per inning almost. So he's averaging 9.03 per 9. Going up against Tampa, I mean, no, Tampa's going to strike out a lot, especially against lefties. So yes, Nelson Cruz makes Tampa much more dangerous, but it's a pitcher's park down there in the Trop. The Rays have a WOBA below 300 against lefties, 27% strikeout against lefties. They'll strike out. So if Jordan Montgomery's on, I mean, Montgomery actually could have a decent game. So if I remember right, he's got a decent price picks number 2 for Ks on an over. So that's a sleeper. Brad Keller's a sleeper. Urias. There's a lot of pitchers tonight. I'm not going to go through all of them, but they're pretty much my top picks. And then we got Robbie Ray. And the problem is with that rain, you got to watch Ray. But once again, he's the type of guy that can win you GPP if that game goes off and there's no delay. He's going to be very low owned tonight. And we know how good of a season Robbie Ray's had. He's piling up strikeouts. He's expensive. But hey, if you're multi-entering, throw Ray in there a bit. He can get you 30 DK. He's one of the one guys in the slate that can get you 30 DK points tonight. But also the game gets called or delayed the 3rd inning. He doesn't come back out again. You're screwed. All right. So that's pitching. Kind of to wrap. Let me, if our cheat sheet shows anybody else that should be paying. Shane McClanahan for Tampa. He's up to 20%. Pretty much same ownership as Montgomery. So that's pretty much it. I'm not on a Chris Paddock. No way. He's looking at 13%. I'd rather pitch Sandy Alcantara or Wainwright, even Austin Jomber or Dylan Cease over him. But it's a name. People know Paddock. He's a big prospect, so he's always going to get a little bit of ownership too. But at the end of the day, I'm looking at Mayetta and I'm looking at McCullers and then kind of Charlie Morton as a 2A. And same on FanDuel, both. All right, that's our pitching. So going on the basis tonight. So the Cubs are getting real popular now because of the win in Wrigley. Toronto may kind of subside a little bit because of the weather. So we're going to see the Cubs is chalky. I never get the Cubs right when the Cubs are chalky. I never get them right. I probably will have to have some of my cash lineup tonight. I'm not loving it, but let's start at catcher. And of course, Wilson Contreras is right now looking at our top ownership and catching on our projections at 17%. And then you got Mitch Garver at 10%. Garver's 4.5 on DK. Contreras is 4.9. I probably Garver's really hitting the ball. I probably like Garver a little bit better. Contreras, I'd rather see Contreras against a lefty, but once again, Gutierrez struggles. So if I had my way, I'd probably drop a little bit and go with Garver. But Contreras is right now the popular play. Since Garver returned from the IL, he said hits into his 3 starts. 2 home runs, 2 doubles. He's going up against this kid Alexander, who's allowing a 304 average, 520 slug, and almost 2 home runs per 9 to right-handed bats. Garber's in a good spot. We said Contreras was the pocket play. Another couple other guys. You got Mike Zunino for Tampa. It's a hitter's park, but Zunino, when he faces lefties, he's always boom or bust, and he's got crazy elite numbers against lefties this year. 471 ISO, 49 WOBA, and 324 batting average for Zunino. And Zunino is starting tonight. I think he's been 8th for Tampa. Couple of cheap guys I like at catcher. I like Trace Barrera a lot tonight for Washington. Where is Barrera in the lineup? I'm assuming he's down below. He's batting 7th. He's got the positive split against Matt Moore. Since he came up, he's down 9 for 26 with a home run, 2 doubles, and he gets a splits advantage. So Barrera's a nice punt. Stephen Vaught for Atlanta. I think Vaught's a good punt also. He gets the platoon advantage, and he's minimum price against Jared Eckhoff as long as that game goes off, which it looks like it's gonna now. Don't sleep on Vaught, who's batting 6th tonight. Good spot for Vaught. I'm assuming is it Kirk is catching? Kirk's catching tonight for Toronto. He definitely has pop. We've seen him hit home runs. We've seen him hit 2 in a game. I think it's 3 in a game last year. So he's a little bit more expensive. I think he's 2.9. 2.9. So he's also under 3K. So it comes down to it. To me, the top play is Garver. But Contreras is right there as a 1A. Then you got Barrera is probably your top punt, or Stephen Vaught, or maybe you can throw one there like Alejandro Kirk or Mike Zeno if it'll be different. That's what I'm looking at catcher. Also, you know what? Williams Astudillo is catching tonight, isn't he? Or playing tonight for Minnesota, who is catcher eligible on DK. Okay, now I can't find. Yeah, he's batting 7th. Got the platoon advantage against Tyler Alexander. So Astudillo at 2-1 actually could be a sneaky play also. We've seen him. I used him a lot last year. Actually used him a lot in spring, and he did well for me. So he gets the platoon split. He hasn't done much this year. I'm just trying to pull him up now. He's hitting. Well, he hasn't played much. He's hitting 260 on the year at 4 homers. So that was like back in April, and then he didn't do shit. He was sent down. So now he's back up again. So another sneaky play if you want. Give me low owned probably. Williams Astudillo batting 7th against Tyler Alexander and the Tigers. All right, that's catcher. Going on to first base. This is going to be where a lot of decisions are going to be made. The popular play tonight at first is going to be Anthony Rizzo. He's looking at 15% ownership, probably going to be higher with a nice over with. He's only 4.2. He is in a great spot. He's a lefty. The wind's blowing out to right field, going up against Gutierrez, who cannot pitch to lefties, gives up crazy power to lefties. I'm just not into Rizzo. He hasn't done much this year. I mean, yeah, he's now hitting a little bit. He's got home runs in back-to-back games. He's hit safely in 4 straight, but he's going to be a popular play. Joey Votto right now is same price, same $100 more. Votto is totally locked in. So you want to be a little bit different, play Votto. He's also lefty. He's also got that wind blowing out the right field. Votto to me is a better play, but Rizzo's going to be a popular play. Votto's locked in. He's got 4 home runs. He's got 11 ribbies, 6 runs his last 7 games. 275 ISO, 411 WOBA against righties. Then we have this Alzolay for Chicago, who's almost just as bad as Gutierrez for Cincinnati, where he's allowing a 405 WOBA and 631 slug in lefty bats. Plus, we got a little BVP here. I see with Votto is 3 for 4 with a home run against Alzolay, and he's hitting cleanup. So to me, they're neck and neck. Once again, Rizzo's going to be a popular play. Don't sleep on Votto, who's right now locked in and crushing. You got Ryan Zimmerman as a punt play. He's going up against a lefty. If you're going to play Zimmerman at all, you play him when he's seeing a lefty, and he's never mind. Zimmerman's not even in the lineup now. So scratch that. Or you can pay up to Vlad. Vlad's your top play up, of course. Going up against Garrett Richards. Vlad hits right-handers much better actually this year than he hits lefties on that reverse split, matchup proof. Vlad's in play if you have the money at 5.9. Freddie Freeman's in play at 5.1, but it's looking like the popular play is going to be Anthony Rizzo at 4.2. FanDuel, probably Rizzo also at 3.3. Yeah, I said, if I don't play Rizzo, I'm gonna lock in Joey Votto and maybe for once again give Guerrero a break. Of course, he'll play down, hit 2 home runs tonight though. But anybody else showing any kind of ownership? Not really. Josh Bell, like always, he shows a little bit. I just can't play Josh Bell, but he's always a cash play. Jesus Aguilar, I don't mind Aguilar. He's 4-4. I'm from Miami. Miami's one of my top stacks tonight. They're in a great spot tonight against Baltimore in Camden Yards. So Aguilar's in play. And that's pretty much it for first basemen. If you're playing cash, it's probably going to be Rizzo. Going to be different, go to Bottle. Yep, that's everybody. Okay, second base. Looking at our projections, Ozzie Albies on DK is projected highest near 20% on DK. On FanDuel, Semion's the highest projected. I do like Albies a lot tonight because he's going up against the lefty, and he's dropped all the way down to 4K. So Albies is probably I don't really love second base tonight. So I can take or leave it really. I think Albies is one of my favorites. He's gotten out hits in 4 of his last 6 games with 3 extra base hits, 462 slugging. I said we love him against Southpaws. That's where he gets all his power. Kiki Hernandez is always going to be popular leading off again tonight. You really don't want to attack Robbie Ray, but Kiki with his price is always in play. Jorge Polanco, decent game. It was last night. Is also these guys are all around the same range, 4K range. Polanco, he's hit 333, a couple home runs over his last 10. He's in play. Jose Altuve has dropped down below 5K. He's in play. And then Marcus Semien for Toronto. If you want to risk the rain, Semien's batting third again. Looks like he's going to settle into third down with Springer leading off. Vlad second, Bichette cleanup. But you got Semien up against Richards. It's a reverse split. But once again, Richards is a gas can. Can't pitch anybody. So Marcus Semien's in play if you want to pay that money. Did Rogador make the lineup tonight? Yes, he did. So my favorite value tonight is Rogue batting 6th against McClanahan. Even though Odor's a lefty, Odor's been crushing lefties this year. He's got a 7-game hit streak right now. During that hit streak, he's hitting 9 for 29, batting 310, got 12 homers on a year, and he's got pretty close elite splits against lefties. 357 ISO, 401 WOBA against lefties. McClanahan is not a bad pitcher. He throws hard. He's going to strike out batters, but he also is not going to probably past the 5th inning. So Odor's by sneaky play tonight for the Yankees, batting 6 at 3-3 at second base. Yeah, nice call on Escobar. I don't mind Escobar at all for Washington. He's got decent rates for lefties this year. Plus, Matt Moore is allowing over 400 WOBA to lefties. So that, especially when I got a guy hitting in front of Trey Turner and Soto. I don't have Escobar's salary in front of me. What is it? This is the first time all season I've been actually Escobar is 3.5, same as Rogue. The first time all year I've actually been on Roach. So I don't like him as a DFS player, but his numbers are all adding up for me tonight. I'm not saying I'm going to play him in cash, but I might end up with like an Albies or Semien, maybe even a Kiki. But I'm going to get Roach in some kind of lineup tonight. Segura, Albies, Odor, GPP. For GPP, I'd probably roll Odor. It depends because I like the Braves and sneaky stack tonight also. So if you're going to run a sneaky Brave stack tonight, and of course you run Albies. The Braves are going to be a little owned tonight, so I think it'd be a pretty cool stack today with Albies, free Freddie, especially lefty going up against Eichhoff. And you got Dansby there, Steven Vaught who's lefty, maybe get Vaught in there to be different. So I do like the Braves as a stack, but Odor would probably be my top GPP player there. All right, where are we? FanDuel, probably the best is going to be Segura. He's only 3-1 on FanDuel. So, all right, third base. Third base is kind of like loaded, but loaded with a bunch of like mid-price, I don't know, shitty guys. To me, let's see, is our projection showing us Bryant or David Boat? Probably. So our projection is showing Bryant and David Boat as your 2 highest on DK and Same on FanDuel. I can't believe I'm saying this though, but I'm kind of on Josh Donaldson now. Busy's 4-2. I wasn't playing Donaldson who's 5 and 5-5, but now that Donaldson's 4-2 and he's actually hitting the ball, I got to think for Donaldson tonight. But I said he had a bomb last night. He's gonna have that positive split again today against Tyler Alexander, who gets crushed by righty bats. Since Nelly Cruz and Boomston got traded, Donaldson's got 5 hits now. So Donaldson's up there. Chris Bryant, about the same price, is up there. He's hitting 360 over the last week. 3-game hitting streak. He is going against Gutierrez, who can't hit, and Wrigley. That's why we see Bryant as a popular play. David Boat, he's popular because he's only 2-2. I don't think you need to pay 2-2 for Boat tonight when you got guys like Eloy Jimenez at 2-5 in spots. So I don't think you need to pay for a Boat, but Boat's gonna be there popular also. Wilmer Flores, as long as the Flores make the lineup tonight, because I just did see I saw the Giants lineup pop out. I like Wilmer Flores tonight. Jock Peterson just got scratched for you Cubs people. I'm not Cubs people. I got Jock in my mind. So Jock did get scratched from Atlanta. So yeah, Flores is batting 5th. I like Wilmer Flores tonight. It's probably more of a GDP play, but don't sleep on Flores tonight. He's hit his last 9. And Brian Anderson is back from Miami. One of my favorite players. Brian Anderson is back. He came right back in a home run the other day off the IL. Hitters Park, in the yards. So I love Marlins tonight to stack tonight, 3-4. So Anderson's in play also. I would probably rank them. Probably, I guess Bryant is going to be popular. I mean, he's got a hard hit rate against right-handed pitching. I didn't mention Josh Harrison. I guess Harrison's in play. I also have Patrick Wisdom, I guess, right? Patrick Wisdom is third base eligible on DK also. Where's Wisdom in the lineup tonight? Why can I never? Okay, Wisdom is. Well, Wisdom's not playing. That's why. That's where. Okay, so Nico Horner is playing with Bote. Okay, so I guess Bryant's going to play, but you could do just as good with Josh Donaldson there in the same price. Cubs gonna be popular, but I've been burned so many times by these Cubs when they're chalky, so many times, and I don't like this lineup tonight. When you got Rafael Ortega leading off, David Bote batting 5th, Jason Hayward, who has done nothing in 10 years, batting 6th, Nico Horner 7th, Ian Happ was already dropped out of 8th. This is where his year is gone. These Cubs are not in a good spot. So yeah, I'm gonna probably stack them in a couple, but because of Gutierrez. But if anything, I'd rather go the other side of the Reds. So, but it's going to be Bryant's going to be popular play there at 3rd. Oh, that's right. I'm good. Good call. That's right. I'm glad you said about Albies. Eichhoff's righty. Wasn't Eichhoff wasn't scheduled to start? Or I got that wrong. Why? I've been on Albies all day to be up against the lefty. Thank you for that call, Marty. So still Albie's at 4Ks, because he's a switch hitter. He does have more power against lefties, but I probably would drop Albie's down. Would rather run probably a Polanco or Altuve. But the switch hitter he's in play still, I guess. All right, shortstop. To me, the shortstop, the play is if the game goes off and we have better news on the weather, is Bo Bichette. For some reason, Bo Bichette is now below 5K. He's actually hitting better. You just got another warning. Fenway is now under a severe thunderstorm warning, and the likelihood of a late start or postponement is increasing. So, as I'm talking about Bo Bichette. So, Bo Bichette probably is in the cash play now, but he's under 5K. He had a home run last night, 316, 2 homers last 10 games, crushing the ball against Garrett Richards. I guess now all these thunderstorm warnings, late start, it probably takes Trey Turner into your popular play at short. Yeah, I mean, and now Bogart's was to start now. I think Bogart was sitting tonight, anyways, right? So shortstop is kind of funky. I'm on Gleyber Torres here too, batting 5th. So if you don't have to pay up for Trey, you got Gleyber Torres. Torres on 8-game hit streak right now. 3 home runs. He's got 4 stolen bases in that time. And so Torres is hot. So there's not that many places we can go now at shortstop. Maybe Dansby at 4-2. Paul DeJong maybe, because Quantrill is way worse against lefties than he is against righties. But I just read it. No, actually, but DeJong does a lot of sinkers. I mean, Quantrill does a lot of sinkers, which puts DeJong in play. She played for St. Louis, but man, I don't know. I'd probably run Gleyber or Trey Turner right now if I can't run Bichette. Bichette's my play. If I'm going to see all these rain and delays and stuff in cash, I'd probably move off and go to Trey if I can, or drop down to Gleyber. Shortstop. Shortstop's going to be very funky tonight. Willie Adames. Yeah, that's actually not a bad call for Adames. I don't know. I did a lot of research today, and also I don't understand why Adames wasn't coming up. So maybe what's Willie Adames 4-5? Do we know who's starting for Pittsburgh now? Because I see now they're saying the Anderson trade has been delayed. Is it still Oviedo, or it's gonna be a bullpen game? If that's true, yeah, Willie Adames at 4-5. Good call there, Dante. You can play him definitely. I still like Gleyber at that cheap price, but yeah, don't sleep on Adames at 4-5. He's been hitting a shit out of the ball. And then you got Dansby at 4-2. All right, so shortstop. Outfield once again, like every night, is gonna be stock full of players. You don't have to pay up tonight, but if you do, Bryce Harper's in play. Juan Soto, like always, is in play. But you can start cheap and see what you get. I think you got, once again, I think Eloy Jimenez has got to be a core play at 2-5. He didn't get a hit last night. His first game back, everybody's running out on Jimenez. Okay, I don't care. He's way too good to be 2-5. Don't overthink it. Just play him. Beside Jimenez, though, there's a bunch of other guys I like. I said Jock was scratch, so pull him out. For cheap guys, I like Tyler O'Neill a lot tonight. He hits righties in reverse really well. I like Dylan Carlson under 3K now. Dylan Carlson is probably one of my favorite plays tonight. He's safely in 5 of his last 7 extra base hits, 3 home runs, facing Quantrill with Gaskin. A lot of people are going to play Rafael Ortega because he's leading off for Chicago. He's actually been hitting well in the past 10 games. I have a problem playing Ortega, but he's going to be chalky. He's going to be popular. Jorge Soler, he's still not going to be played. Now he's had 4 home runs in 2 games. I've been going back and forth. I went back and forth last night. I decided not to use McCaff. Now I'm going Soler or not. He's going up. I mean, you probably don't want to play him 2 days. Obviously, the baseball is looking like a beach ball right now. And Dylan Cease is a good pitcher. But if you look back at Soler, now going back to 2019, Soler's got 257 ISO against righties. That's pretty damn good. That's when you're hitting over 220 ISO, that's near elite numbers. And he's got 257. This is going back to 2019. Remember, he's had a shit year, but he's hit righties before. So Soler's got to be in place. Hit 4 homers in 2 games. Adam Duvall, I like Duvall a lot tonight. It's gonna be low owned because he's going up against a gun against righty. He's a lefty masher, but if you look at Duvall's stats, he's been crushing righties this year. And then the guy who never gets mentioned is Kyle Tucker. Tucker should be almost a core play every night. Going up against Flexen, 4 home runs last 6 games, always low owned. Brian Reynolds, always low owned. And then going up to like guys like George Springer, can play every night. But then you got Durain, Jesse Winker in his reign. Winker is crushing the ball again. 8 hits in his last 3 games, 3 doubles and a home run. And like I said, up top, guys like Harper, Nelly Cruz, and Soto. So you don't have to pay up tonight at outfield. There's plenty of guys to go. You can go run like Jimenez, Soler, and then pay up other places that maybe you can't get Trey Turner in your lineup. But I would not sleep on Jimenez. Just don't overthink it and play Jimenez. So it's the way I would go. I think it's a core play. It's pretty much it. I said our projections are out. You can see all Cubs on there. Some Blue Jays. Just pay attention to that weather. I'll take one last look at the weather before 7:05. Hopefully it gets better. See, now I'm seeing they're saying that the storm in Fenway is moving fast, delay and play. They think local news just put ETA in Boston at 7:20. That's for the storm, for the thunderstorm warning. I guess the storm had 7:20. So I gotta think that one. I gotta think that one over if I'm gonna play guys like Bichette and Semien tonight or not. So maybe smart to fade them tonight, or but also maybe smart when anybody else is playing Cubs and they get shut out tonight, and then you're locked on guys like Bichette or Semien and they score 11 runs. So gotta make some decisions here tonight, guys. All right, so my top stacks tonight. I'm really into managed to blank on my top stacks are. Of course, the Blue Jays. And the main thing I was looking at Richards, and Richards is just horrible. I was looking at a study before from New York Times, and he's got the third largest drop ball pitchers since all the deal with the foreign substances and all that. His fastball has lost over 206 revolutions a minute. Richards is a gas can right now. XFIP is horrible. Play Blue Jays, especially in GPPs. If you run GPPs, play Blue Jays because anybody's gonna be off them because of the rain. And then my other stack likes the Marlins tonight. I'm gonna be a little bit different, so I'm going to the Marlins. They're in Camden Park, 90-degree weather, 45% humidity, winds blowing out 5 miles an hour to right center, I believe. And we're going to go up against this guy Spencer Watkins. I mean, Watkins was in December was a JV baseball coach somewhere. Was out of baseball, and then the Orioles called him. So he's actually doing well his last couple of games. But if you look at his BABIP and his FIP, when your FIP is 2 runs higher than your ERA, you know negative regression is coming, and it's coming quick. So attack Watkins tonight. Guys like Aguilar, Duvall, Starling Marte. That Marlin lineup is out. Some of these like a lefty like Lewin Diaz, it's cheap. Maybe run him in a stack. Even Izan Diaz, but then you get Duvall in there, Marte, Aguilar. It's gonna be sneaky and it's gonna be low owned. That's my top 2 stacks tonight. All right. If you don't have any questions, my core will be out so they get done here quickly. Price picks. Our price picks we've been crushing, especially the last couple days MLB, and then all the other sports, the big sports have been crushing. The TBT was crushing. Tonight I have Matt Moore under 4Ks. Let's go to YFC. Joey Votto over 1.5 hits, 7 fantasy points. Rizzo over 7 fantasy points, and of course Juan Soto over 1.5 total bases. My big one is Matt Moore under 4Ks. If you're playing price picks, you can play in your state. Get the Moore under 4Ks, and I'll probably run either the Votto or Rizzo over 7 fantasy points. We're only gonna run 2. All right, 7. This kind of ran a little bit longer. 6:50. We got 15 minutes to lock. If there are any questions, sorry for the delay, but thank you for my producer John Moffa for getting everything up and rolling. And that we're out of here. Good luck tonight, guys.